So now, at this moment, I'm on the White House TikTok page. I'd like to call your attention to a particular video. You see before you a deck of the last 18 uploads, and of these uploads, the two most viral in distribution includes this video with a gecko of 8.5 million views. I'll tell you, there is something about this gecko video that has really touched a nerve in my psyche, and I presume the collective psyche. Let's play that video.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
What does a lizard repeatedly pressing lizard on a touchpad while his eyes go wall-eyed while targets are destroyed mean to you? A Telegram user explained, it is the Israeli missile systems. Lizard is a precision guidance kit developed by Elbit Systems that converts conventional bombs into laser-guided munitions. It is part of Israel's advanced airborne munitions portfolio and was previously delivered to the Israeli Prime Israel Defense Forces for use in urban operations. Here is the Elbit Systems website where they describe the capabilities of their platform. Lizard offers unique laser-based GPS, INS, and IR guidance technologies for air-to-ground weapon solutions. But watching this video, the question I ask is,
Lizard, 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 lizard.
what message is this trying to convey? Is this propagandistic mind war on Iran by the United States and Israel to suggest the allied countries are bloodthirsty and exuberant to use their laser-guided bomb technology?
Lizard.
Or is this more the mind of the artist,
Lizard, lizard, lizard,
not reflecting
lizard.
the attitudes of the US government? And so I'm reminded of this scene from Dragon Ball Super.
These mortals we watch, are they creatures truly worthy of our protection, sir? With respect, I've observed more mortal dealings than I care to count. They thrive, quarrel, perish, all on an endless loop. And so it seems to me for them to keep doing this is the height of futility.
That is the path mortals must take.
What sense does it make for us to protect these flawed beings when they persistently repeat the same tragic mistakes? Would it not be more merciful on our part to put a halt to their hopeless cycles once and for all?
The role of the Supreme Kai and all other Kais is creation. We are not meant to have a direct hand in our creation's affairs if we can avoid it.
The emotional states of the powerful and influential can exert a powerful effect on those due to receive their influence. And as shown in this scene, where Zamasu's irritation altered the coffee, I do wonder if such unrestrained, wild emotion can alter the fabric of the reality and even alter future outcomes. What is going on in the mind of someone who generates this?
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Destructive glee. I call your attention to this imagery in another White House TikTok.
Hunted. And now I'm the hunter.
The zombie on the White House motif. Top comment, felt cute, might delete Iran later. And there are other videos depicting sporting events coinciding with bombing Iran targets, seemingly making light of the very serious subject of war. We have Donald Trump regularly tuning in and praising Mark Levin, who goes on to say this about Tucker Carlson. Carlson will go way of a most anti-American, Jay-hating bigots. No need for anyone to debate him. There's nothing to debate. Ambassador Huckabee proved that when he's fully exposed as a mentally ill fraud to the people who don't spend time on the internet. So this is a spiritual vector of attack and pure hatred towards Tucker. And here's Mark Levin strong-arming President Trump. Again, the mental state is powerful, and any imbalances in a leader's mind will permeate to the followers of that leader. Prior to the U.S.-Israel joint attack on Iran, there was an important release by POTUS concerning the truth revealed of the UFO phenomena, though now all of a sudden there is a delay with the United States Department of Defense needing to review UFO files line by line before declassifying them. If the U.S. leadership is not spiritually in order, you do have to wonder about deception around this topic just to dangle a carrot before public attention. I know that to convey what I understand about this topic accurately, it's important for me to have a clear understanding of the good or ill will of the leadership of this administration. There is much unbelievable crap in the UFO space that is deliberately false for views or to further confuse the matter. And so it makes understanding intention all the more critical to properly characterize information that is to come. Lujan is being allowed to use her army credentials to influence the public on a mass scale on her YouTube channel with subject matter such as this.
Blackhawk. What? Challenge Queen? Guys, as you can see, we've walked from Idaho all the way to Norwegia. We're here. Hey, somebody give me an elevation check. How much is a Gangnam? What's the crime? Eating a Chinese meal? A succulent Chinese meal? You're slowing down my pace, move! I have to pee again. Imagine this. This and 18 beers. Whole thing has been uphill. You pussies couldn't even imagine
Spiritually, what does this convey about our military? Here's Sean Webb, a man who claims high-level contacts. He has concerns about the intentions of the military-industrial complex, but specifically references the DIA here.
Around a little bit, please don't let that distract you. And I'm just going to say this straight out. The Defense Intelligence Agency is at war with the American public, and it's going to affect the lives of you and your kids, so you should pay attention. First, so you know that I'm not full of bull hockey, let me show you the coolest picture that's ever been taken of me. This is at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base at the headquarters of the Air Force Research Laboratory, if you know, you know. And I'm standing with the chief engineer of U.S. Space Command. Do military generals generally stop for a photo op after an unfruitful meeting? In that picture, we are standing hundreds of feet over the biggest secrets in the solar system. There are more secrets within the stone's throw of that picture than you probably want to know about. But let me say right here that the general is an amazing man and has nothing to do with the DIA war on the American people. He was actually trying to help me that day and do some amazing things for defending the nation and the planet from space with AI. Yes, I have some amazing stuff figured out. A secret that's not within stone's throw of that picture, however, is that the Defense Intelligence Agency doesn't want me working on advanced AI because they know I have ethics and morals. And the DIA is actually trying to develop technologies to control your mind and the minds of your children through AI, which I don't like. And before you think that that's science fiction or a conspiracy theory, it's not. If you think that government doesn't want to control AI, you only need to look as far as OpenAI, who was forced to appoint the previous head of the NSA to their board of directors, as proof. And if you think the DIA doesn't want to control your mind, or you don't think that's even possible, let's look at the science of your brain that proves it is possible.
And there happens to be so much going on all the time, so much signaling. Understanding motives becomes more challenging in this context. President Trump on the extraction of Nicolas Maduro, the previous leader of Venezuela.
The people couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. We went right into the heart and took him out. And it was nasty. It was about 18 minutes of pure violence. And we took him out. We lost nobody. Not one person was lost. Not one aircraft or no military equipment. Zero. People have never seen anything like it. And you're talking about into a military base.
So people speculate about the true power of the U.S. and if any of the undisclosed skunkworks technologies might possibly have extraterrestrial origin or inspiration.
But once we receive it, I will be actually sharing with the American people some stuff that was briefed to us directly by the FBI and be able to share more information on that. And so based on the tech, if you look at how these things are moving, some people will say, well, this could potentially be drones or advanced technologies from other adversarial governments, which is exactly why we should be able to access this information and to debunk that if possible. But there are certain things that we can't explain. And I was not the only member of Congress that saw that. Many members on my task force actually came into the briefing, as well as other individuals that are currently looking into this. And so we will be revealing that information. We will be ensuring that the declassification order by the president is followed through on.
Well, notice that what they're telling you is true. You heard me say they're going to do all that. Well, what else is left for us? I'm going to send you a video where you can draw your own conclusions where Hector Rodriguez spoke that, hey, we capitulated. We have no choice. They have more technology, much more weaponry. We're not prepared. Here today, people were returning the rifles that they voluntarily surrendered. People don't want to know anything. People don't want to fight. People don't want to. What happened in Caracas was pretty ugly. Hey, we were neutralized. All the force we had to respond didn't work. Oh, they turned off the entire electrical system, knocked down the radars, knocked down all the and when he fired it, the drone immediately detected it, and well, they died. They killed them all with a single bomb. Here on January 23rd, there was one here who acted like a brat, shot that Lulu after that peeled it, and a little while later he came back with a drone and dropped a bomb, and well, it blew up half of some parts. Lots of dead people here, lots of burned people, lots of injured people. And I'm already sending a video. There are approximately 100 dead, approximately 100 military dead. They threatened that. The next ones, those were only 8 helicopters. Only 8 helicopters, they said. And it was true. Well, there were only 8 helicopters and 20 men. So 20 men who killed 200 men. 32 in one hit for more than a few presidential honorables, a few civilians, and there were only 20. But the weapons they had, man, were weapons that some guys tell me. Okay. Fired more than 300 bullets, man, per minute. Weapons that make us guys too fast. They had a thing that made me jump. It made me jump by nosebleed. I didn't know what it was. Well, it was a whistle that sounded throughout Caracas and made people bleed from their noses, from their ears. We couldn't move that whistle. Immobilized us. They say it's what they call the sonic boom.
And so I carefully consider this special advanced technology used by the U.S. against Venezuela. Thinking back to last year when the Department of Defense changed the Department of War, I asked, what does this mean about the mentality, the soul of our country?
From this moment forward, the only mission of the newly restored Department of War is this: warfighting, preparing for war and preparing to win, unrelenting and uncompromising in that pursuit. Not because we want war, no one here wants war, but it's because we love peace. We love peace for our fellow citizens.
But I asked, is this really about establishing peace? Or instead, is this about the completion of other agendas? I'm not here to tell you that the government has become irredeemably corrupt. I hope and expect that its leadership is God-fearing and has a moral framework from which it operates. But in order to keep our footing amidst a wave of potential UFO propaganda, it's very important to sharply discern the intentions of the information source. And in this day and age, there's less grace when the government has found ways to fail its people in so many spectacular ways. It becomes hard to believe that the leadership that exists beyond the presidency, able to declassify such secretive matters, could really want the best while allowing so much of the worst. So in future videos, I will cover the UFO topic, but we'll ask which information sources I trust. Do I trust Kirill? Do I trust the man shown to us to be Donald Trump? Who do you trust? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, peace.